So, I want to talk about how this year's Met Gala had a missed opportunity to highlight and acknowledge Black dandyism through HBCU culture and through Black debutante culture. So, first, let's really go over what Black dandyism is. So, Black dandyism is a cultural movement where Black individuals use clothing and personal style, especially sharp tailoring and meticulous grooming, as a means of self expression and resistance against societal limitations. It's a way of reclaiming dignity and asserting individuality, often viewed as a form of rebellion against stereotypes and a celebration of Black identity. So let's talk about how they could have highlighted Black dandyism through HBCU culture first, through the lens of the Morehouse and Spelman collection as Amanda Morehouse, the house, but yeah, so the Morehouse and Spelman Ralph Lauren collections really are the epitome of Black dandyism. And I think just Morehouse and Spelman, the institutions as a whole. So with these collections, it showcased just to how Morehouse men and how Spelman women, they wore tailored suits, they wore types of dresses that would garner them respect, that would garner them a place in society to be respected and to get jobs and to just be able to express themselves and to combat the limitations that were put on them as Black students pursuing their education. Them dressing a certain way and them dressing this way was able to give them the confidence to combat the limitations that were put on them as Black students, from white supremacy and all of that. So yeah, the Met Gala, they really could have showcased the Morehouse Spelman Ralph Lauren collections. They could have brought it back. A designer could have had current students walk, or design students who are majoring in fashion or just things similar to that. They could have brought the collections back to go on the carpet, or maybe designers could have made a new design inspired by the collections, and it really would have highlighted how Black dandyism impacts HBCU students and the historical significance on HBCU culture, and even how Black dandyism manifests into today with how Black people, how we dress today, it kind of still combats white supremacy and all of that. So yeah, it really was truly a missed opportunity. So let's now talk about Black dandyism through the lens of Black debutante balls, betillions, cotillions, and all that. So yeah, these events really celebrated Black youth and their accomplishments, and they still do. There's still so much debutante balls and cotillions and betillions that celebrate the accomplishments of Black youth, and this is a way to combat the negative stereotypes and limitations that are put on Black youth in this country. These events usher in young Black men and women in this country and just highlighting who they are as people, and the dresses, the elegance, the class, all of it is really just pushing back against white supremacy through the way they dress, through the elegance, and just how they're introduced and ushered into society. Here's a picture of me being an escort for a debutante ball last year, the Owl Club of Denver debutante ball. It's a historically Black debutante ball in Denver. But yeah, so yeah, it just really was a missed opportunity for the Met Gala to also highlight Black debutante balls, the cotillions and betillions through the lens of Black dandyism, which is another missed opportunity. And I think just like the HBCU one, they really could have had a designer highlight or make an inspiration, or design a piece inspired by Black debutante balls, where there was a suit or a dress, and they could have highlighted a debutante or cotillion or betillion chapter in the country and highlight their historical significance, because there's so many different historically Black debutante balls across the country. So they could have highlighted their historical significance. They could have had a dress. I know there's museums. I know there's a Black debutante ball in LA, and there's one in my city too that highlights this debutante, the Out Club one. So yeah, they could have highlighted a dress from that at the Met Gala, from a historically Black debutante ball, and they could have had a designer. They could have had somebody walk in a dress inspired by one, or even a dress from the 60s, or a debutante ball from the a dress for the 60s that was in a Black debutante ball. So yeah, I feel that was just a missed opportunity, and it really could have like, and they have the money to do all of this. So yeah, it was really just another missed opportunity because Black debutante balls, botillions, and cotillions, they're also the epitome of Black dandyism. So yeah.